Hey guys, it's Andy from the FTPgamers.com. We're going to do Ender Liquid production today. So that is the liquid transfuser, the Magma Crucible. Probably both today, if not over the next two videos back to back, depending how long this one gets. If this one gets too long, we'll just split it into two. So we need to start with this guy. So we're going to need some nether brick. Going to need all this stuff to make the Magma Crucible. So there's a lot there. Energy cells probably your most expensive out of all the parts, but we can just throw it together. There we go. Doosh, doosh, doosh. Glass in there. There we go. So that gives us our top part. What else do we need? We need the machine frame. So that's going to be steel. So if you don't have a blast furnace, you're going to have to be very lucky with dungeons like we've been, because we haven't built the blast furnace yet, or you're gonna have to find it as a mineable block, but I don't think at the moment it currently is. So the blast furnace is pretty much your best way of doing this. At some point we'll throw a blast furnace down and cook off some. Let's see what else we need. We need that. We need some gold. Right across here, right across there. A lot of back and forth because we're trying to get this video done nice and sharpish. There we go. That's our machine frame done. Other things we need is nether brick, redstone, which is just, there we go, redstone gold. Very simple. Not complicated at all. And we're going to have to nip quickly out to the ME storage shed. We'll do a proper video about the ME stuff when we go to build more. At the moment we've just got the basic controller, the terminal and 3 drives and the drive holder. It's not really that impressive. As I add more onto it, I'll be doing a big ME tutorial video, or just like this, show you where we put it and how we built it and stuff like that. Right, so let's throw all this together. Oh, wrong button. There we go. Right, so that's in the right place up the top. Machine frame. That one there. Is that copper? It is copper. Oh, I don't have copper on. 2 seconds. We'll get some copper. That's bronze. That's copper. I'll do. Throw this in there. And that's it. Magma Crucible. So we'll put that down and we'll show you the interface. Washed. Really simple. So whether you're blue, that's what you're smelting. Orange is your output, that's what the liquid is. I normally output it to tanks. I don't leave it in the machine, because if somebody accidentally breaks the machine, that means you lose everything it is storing. I know people who do leave it in the machine until they're ready to pump it out, but it's a bit too risky for my liking, so I always pump to a tank. Again, you do have that risk. If the tank gets destroyed, then fair enough, you're pretty much scuppered. So now we need a magma engine to power it. So that's Innovar, just like we've done with our other machines and one of these guys. Do we have any Innovar? That is the question. Get some silver ore over here. I don't think we have got any Innovar. Any in here? No, I've got to clear that chest out. Stop using it as a dumping spot. Right, let's go check the computer system, see if we can get some Innovar. And there is some, but that's definitely not enough. Right, so we're going to have to make some. So let's have a look at the pattern. Making Innovar. No, we don't have a stone. Can't do that, can't do that. Nope. Oh, there we go, Innovar dust. How do we make Innovar dust? So that's 2 iron and a Ferberus. Oh, that's fine, we've got loads of Ferberus. At the moment, that's fine, we'll just do it that way. And we need iron dust, which is on the wall. Sorry, but the iron's on the wall, we'll need to put it through a pulverizer to make it dust. Oh, we could hand crank it if we were... Oh no, I've already broken that already. We could have hand cranked it if I hadn't accidentally broke the crank. Yeah, that wasn't... smart idea. I've just put the Innovar in there, haven't I? instead of putting the furthest. What I have, haven't I? Yeah. Looks like it's gonna be one of those days. One of those days. I'll throw this in this electric furnace bank quite quickly just to get it done. Got one. We could put upgrades on this right hand side to make it work faster, but if you do that it draws more power, and at the moment our power grid is very selected. It's very low as well. That's why we've got one engine just run off a solar array. One, because it's not staying there and I'm being a bit lazy, and two, can't really be bothered moving it. So what we're going to do is we're going to take all the outputs off at the moment except for the one on the right hand side, which is going to be our output. Quickly jump down here. We're going to need some cactus to cook to make cactus green so that we can make a waterproof pipe. And at the moment we seem to be a bit low on cactus. Ow. I don't know why they're not growing. I'm sure there'll be a simple expert. Ooh, what's that? Water element. Oh, you're dead, mate. Very strange. Haven't seen one of them before. That's pretty cool. Dies pretty easy as well with the ultimate sword, so good. Let's nip in here. What we need to do is just check this to see is it finished. Still cooking off. Oh, right, a lava. That's why. Right, let's steal it out of the smeltery, and then we can fill the smeltery back up with buckets as we need it. Two in there, that'll keep us nice and topped up in all for good measure. Right, it's still cooking away. It's not finished yet. I was hoping it would be done by now. We need to speed it up, but we need to put more engines on it. We don't have any more. There we go. So all done. Pulverizing away to make dust. So if you put glass in that shape, you'll get your tank. That's what we're working towards. And if we just look up, so look, portable tanks. You can also make portable tanks, which are quite cool, especially if you're looking to move a large amount of liquid from one base to another base without having to mess around with about 6 million buckets. There's also upgraded versions which you can upgrade, but just make the basic one for now. So you can always have your ender eye stored in an ender tank, use your crescent hammer on it, and then take it to another base and put it into a liquid infuser there. You know, it's always handy to have just one or two kicking about, because you always find that you want to store some liquid, or if you're basically destroying a tank and wanting to move the tank from one side of the room to the other, you will be pumping to a portable tank first, moving your tank, and then replacing it, then putting your liquid back in with your portable tank. Let's see what I'm looking for. There we go. No. Right, we'll make a wooden waterproof pipe because we need it for the other part anyway, so we'll make that just now, and that allows us to use our normal stone or normal cobblestone. Our unstable trees are not really growing very fast at the moment, so we've not got a massive amount of biogas being produced. There's a couple of saplings kicking about from a tree that we took down before the video, but I think that's about all that's on there. I think that's about it really. Also, we're pumping our water for our biogas straight from underneath there, straight up into it, because we've got fed up grabbing buckets constantly. I've just been lazy now. And also we've loaded it with tin capsules, so it stacks up to 16s instead of just having a bucket and just having one, and then another bucket and another bucket, whereas these 16 stacks, each one is an individual bucket, so pretty cool. You don't get the tin back for that though. So that's the only downside. You know, it's going to cost you a bit, but you know, it's not bad at all. Good little system. Let's see. Sweet. We're cooking with gas. Right. So we're going to make our ore now from our pulverized dust. So we'll grab this out of here and we'll nip out to the furnaces after we've blended this all together. So throw that there, iron there and there, and that makes our end of our dust. We've got a couple of spare bits so we can throw the furnace to make iron as well. Sweet. Right, so throw that in there, that in there. Now we're going to make quite a lot of it, but we will need it all eventually at some point, especially when we're making more magma dynamos. So if you put your cactus screen in with your pipe, it doesn't work. You need to make sealant first. Pop your sealant in, pop the pipe in, and that gets your wooden pipe with the sealant. You need the sealant for any liquid pipes. You can also use fluid ducts as well if you wish. But I'm just going to go with basic, straightforward, because fluid ducts and item ducts are quite expensive, so you really don't want to be building them unless you really have to, compared to this, which is really cheap. You don't need a redstone engine on it because the machine will automatically pump it out to the side that the pipe is on. So we can do that really quickly. We're going to need some sticks and cobblestone. So that's stone, so we'll throw it in just to show you, but there you go, it doesn't work with stone. Wish it would because it would look pretty cool, but it doesn't. So what we're going to have to do is throw that down. We'll need to get our other pickaxe out, smash this up into cobblestone, and then throw it in. Don't worry, we've got about 1,000 blocks of just straight polished stone sitting in the ME system at the moment. For when Carl comes back from his little holiday, and he'll put the last 2 floors on, maybe even start the additional buildings. We don't know. I'm trying to get this done as quick as possible. With a nice little surprise when he comes back that the ME system's up, that the mining system's up, that the sorting system's up, and the Tesseract system is up. So that's why we're not really going very slow, and I apologise for that, but we're going to push on. We're also using this pink unstable wood as our core wood at the moment, because we've got shed loads of it from basically cutting down the trees to get the saplings for the biogas. So let's quickly make our gears that we need. We're going to need 3 of them. Do we need 2? Can't remember. Doesn't matter. I don't know if there's any cobblestone in here. No, it's not. It's just polished stone. Right. So we're going to quickly nip over to the quarry, and we'll grab some cobblestone from there. As you can see, it's still pretty much the exact same. We've still got our biogas engines. We've still got our chests. We stopped taking dirt and sending dirt to the void because we needed it for the farm dome, which is half finished at the moment at the top there. But we'll probably start sending that along with cobblestone to the void at some point. Due to the fact that we've got so many polished stone at the moment, it's extremely crazy. We'll also fix this. There we go, put the handle back on. Fix that while I'm here. Basically, if you crank it with nothing in it, it breaks it. And I thought I'd put this stuff in it to make dust, and I hadn't. So I was cranking it and I broke it. So there's our gears. Here's our end of our gears. Actually, I think I need 2. I'm gonna have a spare gear. I think I need iron first, don't I? Oh, they changed the pattern. Okay. Iron in the middle and that around the outside. A lot easier to do, but again, this is another pattern that they've changed since we did our Shipwreck Survival series and our follow-up Feed the Beast series. There's our guard robot as well. He saved my backside a few times from getting blown up. Two axes on him because it looks cool. There is a code out there that you can get. I just downloaded it and hand entered it, which puts it on a patrol path, and another one that also makes it protect a certain block size area. If you want to look that up, you can. It's pretty cool. There we go. So there's our magmatic dynamo. So that means we can now put power into this bad boy. There it is there. So we take our bucket and just right click on it to load it. And that's us now generating power with it. It's turned off at the moment because we want to put other stuff and sort other stuff out. But you can turn it on and get power into it. We're going to dump our inventory because it's getting a bit full again after we get some more ender pearls. As you can see, we've been fighting ender pearls and ender knights. Ender pearls? No, we've been fighting ender men and ender knights. And we've been getting a good amount. Also, there's dungeons that are just ender dungeons, which are just full of them, which is quite cool and fun to do, but you do need some good armor. And I would suggest making a ultimate sword as quick as possible. So there you go. So your power comes in, charges up, and it holds quite a bit. And our output is set ready, so that's fine. And there we go. It does take quite a while to melt down. You can also use the same machine to make redstone, liquid. I don't know, does that have a special name? No, I don't think it does. I think it's just liquid redstone. And there you go. And then it will automatically output into the tank. So just now, what we're going to do again is clear out our inventory. And we'll start looking at the second part that we need, which is a liquid transfuser. Transfuser. A mouthful that one is. Liquid transfuser. Get rid of this other stuff. You can see the pink armor from one of the many adventure trips that we've taken. Just round to different dimensions, just killing stuff. It's been quite good, quite nice just to stop building, go to a different dimension and kill stuff. So there you go, so that's it in there. Right now. More stuff away. So yeah, so it will just start pumping into that tank and you can just leave it to do its job. You don't need to sit there and watch it. You could also put a funnel like we've got on the pulverizer and put all your ender pearls in there instead of manually loading it. But I don't want to melt down too many ender pearls and leave myself with not enough for other stuff that I need actual full-on ender pearls with. So what we're going to do is we're just going to sit back and load it by hand. Because roughly to make the two tesseracts that we want, you're going to be using a tank just under a tank full of ender, I think. But when we do that video, you'll see it yourself. But I think it's just under a full tank of ender. Hopefully not. Hopefully we can maybe get, from a full tank, we'll get 4. Okay. None left, so we need lava in it. There we go. Lava. Loads and loads of lava. Of course, during that quick cut, I nipped to the nether, grabbed some lava, came back. Tried to make it a seamless transition, but it didn't really work. There we go. We'll stick some extra magma in this. I'm not using it just now, so we'll turn it off. Right click. What I'm aiming to do is actually pump lava from the nether through the dimensional rift, through a tesseract, and out into the bottom of these guys. And then I want to see if that can take an input as well from the lava rift as well. So we will never need to bucket lava again. It will always have full lava on the dynamos. That is the aim, depending on how many tesseracts we get from all these ender eyes. You know, it might be good. Cherry. So we've taken cherries out of the machine, just to show you what happens when you plant a cherry pulp into the ground. Have I turned this off again? Turned it off. There we go, right. Now it'll cook off really quickly. Now I've actually turned the thing on. So we'll take a quick trip up to the biodome. Farm dome, what do you want to call it. And we'll plant some stuff and have a little look up here. As you can see, we've got some stuff already growing. What we've been doing is just marking it off in squares. And I'm really tempted to put sprinklers down. I think that could look quite cool. I'm going to need some buckets of water as well. But I think like sprinkling like on the end ones or in the middle maybe. I don't know, we'll have a look at it. Really easy to do, we just need some more obsidian and to make tanks, and then just the sprinkler itself. So when Scott's next on, I'll probably send him away just to get obsidian. And there we go, plant the bulb, and it gives you a cherry tree. Very square, strangely shaped cherry tree, but yeah, cherry tree nonetheless. And you can let that just fall down naturally and it'll just drop off them. Or you can core it and it'll fall quicker, but it's not gonna keep going as soon as the leaves are gone. That's it. Whereas you can leave it up and it'll give you cherries all day long. Probably for our special cherry mix cocktails that we're going to be making with the juice stuff. There we go, we're already getting cherries off the tree, it's only just been chopped down. There we go. Oh, I need more dirt to finish that section, I didn't know. I thought that was actually finished already. We also need water. So we need cherries, we need water, and we need dirt to finish that section off. How's this doing? There we go, look at that. It's already finished the stack, so we'll put that stack in. You see it's filling up nice and full. Sweet. Is there anything else we need to do while we're waiting? Saplings in there? No. Do some more saplings. All I've done is I've put the clockwork engines that were made in the previous one down here on a water pump, because it doesn't need to be on all the time, and clicking on it or holding the click. Someone just shot me. Someone just shot me. I did. One shot with an ultimate sword if I get close enough. Oh, he's dead. I go away. Yeah, so you can either click on it or just hold it down and it'll just do it for you. It's probably really good because it doesn't take any resources to power if you just use one of these clockwork engines. So you're not burning coal to pump water when you probably won't need to pump water. You just put it onto the system and that's it. Sorted. Right, we'll get our buckets for our irrigation system. Oh, I've thrown one away because I've got full. What do I want rid of? No, I'll keep with that. Get rid of that. There we go. So we'll nip up to the dome and we'll stick the water into our irrigation slots for that panel. Oh shit, I need too quickly. Next. Oh, I've missed. No, I did go in. Strange. So we can plant more crops. Get some of our vegetables to go with our steaks that we've got. Oh shit, I forgot this is a good spade. Digs about 17 squares at once. Get the steel one out. That. There we go. Stick our irrigation in again. Thinking maybe the second one might be quite cool to put. Yeah, I'll send Scott out to get more obsidian, and then we'll put an irrigation sprinkler in and see how it looks. There. I want it to go all the way down there. Not 100% on that one. I'll think about it and get back to you. More cherries. Yeah, so we're going to need a grove for cherries and apples and all the different ones. Nip down here quickly. Nip down one floor, nip up the edge. There we go, let's have a look at it. Yeah, it's looking quite good. So that's melting down our ender pearls really quickly. Going to need some more lava at some point, so I'll put it in just now so that it doesn't run out prematurely on us. Wash them in there. That's it. There we go. That's enough. That should finish off our ender pearls, hopefully, without us having to refill it again. Yeah, sweet. Well, thanks for watching. Next one we'll get on to the liquid transfuser and making tesseracts.